guys. The local Ford dealer has a new Ford Bronco. They've got on display. We're going to go down and check it out. So why don't you tag along with me? So as I walk over to them, like, I'm amazed. Like, they're so stylish. Let's take a look. So here's the first one. They both got the convertible tops. This one here is a Badlands Edition. And for those of you who didn't know a little bit about these, this is really the direct competition to what Chrysler has to offer. And one of the things I do like about them is that apparently these doors are still removable. Let's take a look. Yep, I guess you just pop a bolt right there, and there's your plug-in. But you don't lose your mirrors. On the competition, you take the doors off, you lose your mirrors. Nice big 285/70 17s. Those are probably pretty close to a 33-inch tire. Love that grille. And I also like the stitching in the seats, the orange accents here and there. Very rugged looking. Nice great big screen. All your soft touch buttons up here. Lots of auxiliary buttons there for your off-road lights and such. And of course, yes, you've got your power window switches in the middle, because you might lose them if they're on the door. Maybe. If you have no doors, you don't need power window switches, do you? And in case you didn't know, this is a handle so you can lift the door off. Power window switches back there, auxiliaries. Cup holders, headrests, great big wide open view, deep tinted windows. And there's your backup camera. And that looks like part of the roof. This is Jamie from the local Ford dealer.
Hey.
And I'm hoping he's going to allow me to make some video of this and get it out there for YouTube, and so everybody can see that. He says I can only buy them used, but I told him I can buy it new.
No, you can. I said you only sell them used.
Only sell them used. Yes, that's right. Yeah. That's right. So Jamie, I've been following these things ever since they announced that they were going to come out, and I know a lot of the neat quirks and features of them. But is there something that maybe I don't know that you can pick out for me?
Well, why shouldn't we go for a drive in it?
Oh, that'd be great.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Let's get this thing going here. And there's your big bucking Bronco. And one thing about this thing being a completely new vehicle for Ford is that when you hop into the driver's seat, you're going to see a lot of common things that you see in other Fords. You know, a lot of your buttons are similar. A lot of your controls down here for the heater are similar. One thing I don't think I've ever seen in any Ford is a screen that big, Jamie.
2021.
Wow.
Even in the trucks, the F-150s.
That's huge.
Yeah, so you can switch back and forth too, right? So that'll take you back over to here, right?
Nice.
Yeah. Reverse camera, put it in reverse, check it out.
Yes, sir.
So your 360
360,
round.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right, you can zoom in, right, so you can see your pitch.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
Sweet. All right. Let's go for a little cruise.
Don't mind the cameraman. A little shaky hand trying to get the seatbelt on.
It's all right.
There you go.
Oh, we got balloons too. Those balloons gonna fly away?
We're just gonna go around anyways, right? We're not gonna go too far. We're just going around the parking lot. course, everybody want to see the balloons going on.
There you go.
Yeah.
Of course, you're not going to get the full effect just driving around the parking lot here, but one thing I will say is the visibility in this thing. Unlike the competition, I don't think you get the same visibility when you're looking around all these back seats and through the side windows and stuff like that. Oh yeah, she's a beast. Be nice to get one of these off-roading someday. And one of the things that they did mention about on these Fords is your GOAT switch.
Yep.
Now, GOAT stands for something that's it's off. It's not on the top of my tongue here right at the moment, but I'll leave it down in the comment section there so you guys can see what it is. But it basically allows you to choose your different modes, and as you switch from one mode to the next, the screen changes up here. So you've got your normal driving, and you've got let's see here, eco, slippery, mud and ruts, and then you got your four-wheel drive for sand. It's shifting into four-wheel drive, it tells me. Baja, rock crawl. Oh my goodness, we're going all over the place here. Yep, and then we got to go back the other way to get back to normal, I would say.
How's this sound, Jason? I'm going to take the balloons off.
Yep.
We'll go for a little drive down through town.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Sounds good.
All right, let's hit the highway. Let's go up this way and
Sure thing. I was going across the railroad tracks there, and how'd that feel?
didn't feel a thing.
That's right.
And back when the new Jeeps first came out, the most recent rendition of those, I took one for a drive, and one of the biggest things that my complaint was, and it had the soft top on it as well, was the amount of wind noise that you get with these things in the convertible top. This one here doesn't seem to be too bad. There is a little bit of noise, but I'm assuming that if you went with a, do they have a hardtop version?
Yes, they do.
So if you went with the hardtop version, you're going to eliminate a lot of that as well. But one thing I'll say is the power is there. This must have the 2.7. Yep. So it's got the 2.7 EcoBoost and plenty of power. I think those things must be rated up around, what are they, 340? Somewhere around there. So all kinds of power and comfort. Like, it's not a stiff, bumpy ride like the competition is. We're cruising along at 88 kilometers an hour, and look, you couldn't ask for a better ride.
Maybe we'll also get a little video of this place we're going by.
That's right.
Right? Olde Carr.
Woo.
I'm the first guy to take one of these Broncos for drive in St. Stephen.
Wow, really?
Yeah, you are.
Nice.
Yep. Besides the drivers bring them down today, right? So consider yourself lucky.
I do.
But you are a good blogger, so I know you'll get us in there on the.
I was worried
right?
that I wasn't going to be able to make it down. I had a customer come in there about 20 minutes ago, and I was hoping that I'd be able to get down and take it for a cruise before you guys sent them back on their way. I guess you said this one was sold.
This one here is a sold one for customer. Good customer, not in town, but the gray one will be in town.
Nice.
Yep,
So we'll get
that
to
was
see
a
one.
sold unit.
And big shout out to Downey Ford for allowing me to come in and take some video, take one for a drive, of course. I never thought that I'd be able to do it, and Jamie's so accommodating, so appreciate that, Jamie.
Hey, no problem.
Oh, we got the country music playing. Can't play too much of that, they'll ding me on the copyright.
We don't need that.
Don't need that. So guys, tell me in the comment section down below what you think of the new 2022 Ford Bronco. Now, here in town, we
I'll
got...
correct you, this is 2021, buddy.
Oh, sorry, 2021. There we go. The Bronco Sport was the first Bronco that we saw cruising the streets in St. Stephen. And it's a little bit smaller unit, and it almost looks as though it could be something that might even replace the Escape at some point. I don't know. Maybe Jamie knows a little more than I do. But it looks more stylish, in my opinion, than the new Escapes. I didn't like that last body change, but hey, I do like the Escapes. And why not develop a product or a brand like Bronco and make it into something that is affordable, because even those start off, I think, around 28 Canadian, the Bronco Sport.
32.
32, okay.
32 Canadian.
Yeah, I'm trying to convert my Canadian to American prices, but I think they're way more stylish. I think they're going to appeal to a lot more people, and there's going to be people out there who want to buy it simply because it's a Bronco.
And the other thing is if you notice in this Bronco, the finishes, they put some really good touches to the finishes, right?
I mentioned that when I
the
first...
grab handles.
Yep, the grab handles, it's the slight little accents, the stitching, all that stuff. It's not just a two-tone gray.
And see, notice Jason even wore the same kind of shorts.
Yep,
he wanted to match the truck. I think he must have been peeking to see what was coming.
I had no clue.
No,
Sure.
And you can even see the stitching in the seats in the back. Right, those seats will also fold down.
And soft panels too. One thing that you get in a lot of vehicles now is everything's hard plastic. This one, it's soft on the elbow rest here, as well as up here on the door, so that when you got your arm resting, where I do, it's not getting sore after 10 minutes of driving.
The other thing you're going to see is your auxiliary switches up here.
Yep.
So you can add a lot of accessories, right? I don't know what you've gone over on the vehicle, Jason, but I'll let you do some more video and after we get back anyways.
For sure, yeah. So I did mention when we first kind of popped my head in that a lot of guys are going to be, wenching these things out. They're going to be putting on, multiple lights and stuff like that. And this is a neat way to be able to control that from inside the vehicle. And this is one of the roughest parts of this road. And of course, now we're onto the new pavement. But yes, it shakes. Any vehicle's going to do that. It's how bad is it going to jar you around the vehicle? It's not terrible. For something that's made to be a purpose-built off-road vehicle almost, it's you would think it's going to have a rough ride. It doesn't.
Well, I have to say it can't be very rough because you're only driving with a couple fingers, Jason.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. No, and that's one of the things too is, today's vehicles compared to what these things were back in the 60s is night and day. They were just trucks back then. They had a purpose, and that was to get you from point A to point B. If you wanted to haul it out in the dirt, well, that's what you did, but you felt it. You were losing teeth. You were banging your elbows off the doors. These things here are meant to be cruisers. If you want to go off-road, flick a switch, away you go. I'm certainly impressed with it anyway.
So in your research, Jason, what has everybody been telling you about the vehicle?
Well, we did a live show back early last spring, and we talked basically all about the Bronco and everyone's anticipation between this and how it's going to compare to its direct competition, the Jeep Wrangler. And a lot of guys like the idea of it being called a Bronco, more so than just the Ford Bronco. They like the fact that it's almost a brand in itself. And some of the neat things that people like about these things is that grille, the grille that shows Bronco right across the front. You don't see a Ford logo. Inside the vehicle, you don't see a Ford logo. It's all Bronco branded. You got the kicking horse on the steering wheel. You got Bronco written on the dash there. And one of the neat things that I pointed out first when I kind of approached the vehicle is you can still take the doors off this thing. You don't lose your rear view mirrors. The competition does not offer that. You lose your doors on a Jeep, there goes your side view mirrors.
And that's unfortunate because you need to use those.
Absolutely. Especially if you're doing extreme off-roading. Now, I'm not dissing Jeep by no means. Jeep has been kind of the leader in this segment, only because they were like the only ones around. Now there's a new kid on the block, and I think that they're going to have a lot of guys who may previously have been Jeep buyers converting to something like this. A, because it's new, but B, because they realize how much more capable it may be. Now, some of these were advertised in the pre-production models to have a little track that ran up across the front there to be able to add things to it. I don't see it in this one. This one being a Badlands Edition would be probably top of the line. Is that still an option after the fact to be able to add something like that?
Well, with COVID and everything, all the parts being not able to be supplied, you're finding that some of the stuff's changing as we go until availability comes of those parts, right?
Yep.
So, unfortunately, some things they originally shown, we haven't been able to get it on the vehicles. Like normally you would see a hard top and soft top package come together, and those just aren't currently available to order.
Well, and even the Bronco itself, I made the mistake of calling it a 2022 model because we're late in the year.
Yeah.
And this is still 2021. These were anticipated to be here a lot sooner than we're actually seeing them now.
That's correct. We should have saw them in the spring.
Yeah.
Right, but
it is what it is.
The thing is, they've landed.
They've landed. They're here, and anybody in St. Stephen looking to buy a new Ford Bronco, make sure you check out Downey Ford here in St. Stephen.
Nice little ride, though.
It is. Yeah. I like the steering wheel. Nice thick wheel. Gives you something to hang on to when you're off-roading.
Of course, look, we're coming into a Bronco Sport. The mini Bronco. So yeah, Jason, you can park this, do some more video you want, check it all out. And here's our sweet thing, the 360.
Yes.
Well, Jason, thanks for taking me for a drive.
Yeah, thanks for letting me drive.
Hey, no problem, man.
Yeah, we're going to get out and do a little bit more video around the outside, guys, and we'll let Jamie go see if he can sell another one.
Sure. Thank you, man.
All right. So one of the things I mentioned, guys, about this being a Bronco and not specifically a Ford Bronco, yes, it's a Ford, but this is the only Ford logo you're going to find on this, besides Downey Ford's sticker on the back. And if we come down here, you're also going to see it's got the backup sensors, full trailer hitch, and I'm going to put the towing capacity right along the bottom of the screen here, and you guys will be able to see that. You got some tow hooks here just in case. But I am thoroughly impressed with this. Because it's a Badlands Edition, you've got the full rock bars, or whatever you call those things. But let's pop the hood and see what's underneath the hood. All right, guys, and as we come around under the hood here, we've got a whole conglomeration of plumbing and such, but this is the 2.7, and it's a V6, and plenty of power for this rig. I love how everything looks all nice and shiny. There's one little turbo. Now that we've taken a look at the Badlands, let's go over and take a look at the other one they have. So this is the Big Bend Edition. It's a little bit more stripped down compared to the Badlands, but looking much the same in the front. It's got a little bit different design on the wheel. And one special thing about this one, right there, 7-speed transmission. And you look at that, you're going to say, hey, that's only got 6 gears. But yes, that C right down there in the bottom left-hand corner, that's for crawl. That's a super low gear when you're off-road. A little bit smaller screen in this one, not as many switches up here on top of the dash. I love the material on this. This is very, almost looks like jean material, blue jeans. Not as much accent colors on this one as the other one. And this one has an MSRP of $48,749, whereas the other one is $69,400. That's Canadian money, guys. Don't let that fool you. I'll put the exchange rate on the screen. And this one's got the full retractable top down. As we come around here, we got a little better look at what's in the back seat here. Your side panels. So there we have it, guys. There is the new 2021 Ford Bronco. We've got 2 of them to show you. One we got to take for a drive, and a huge shout out goes to boys and girls over at Downey Ford for letting me come in and make some video and take this thing out for a cruise. We'll be right back and we'll close out this video. Well, what an exciting afternoon to be able to get out and take a test drive, an unexpected test drive in the 2021 Ford Bronco. Thanks again to Downey Ford and Jamie for letting me go out on a cruise and seeing just exactly how that thing works. I'll probably never get to drive another one again, or at least not for a few years till they start showing up on my lot. So as I stand here in the future location of my new shop, I want to thank everybody for being a part of the Olde Carr Guy YouTube channel. We're on a quest for 10,000 subscribers. I hope if you haven't done so already, you go ahead and click that subscribe button and help me get there, because we got some more great content coming your way. Also, don't forget the Car Guy and Six Fan show is happening every week. It alternates between myself and Grant Tommy who is Straight Six fan. Maybe it's up here. I don't know. Phone's backwards. And we have guests. And every week we talk something a little different. It's always car related, and it's very entertaining as a rule. We have lots of guys who come in and join us in the chat. We have super chats, and we have some really fun times. Hope you guys can tag along with us every Thursday, 7 o'clock Central, 8 Eastern, 9 my time, if you're watching me here in New Brunswick. So make sure you're following me on Instagram. That way you will know when these shows are coming up, because I post on Instagram behind the scenes and upcoming stuff. Stay focused on the windshield, not the rearview mirror. I love you guys. God bless. We'll see you in the next video.